What do strawberries and lilies of the valley have in common? Nothing. But I find they fit together beautifully. Don't you? I wasn't expecting you to say yes to my invitation, you know. You're always so busy in the hustle and bustle of the town square. I almost thought that you didn't appreciate the softer things in life. Not to knock it, of course. I'm sure baking bread and fetching water takes time and effort too, the same way my foraging is hard work. How else would I be able to provide for you such a bountiful feast? And how would you do the same? Yours are the hand of a maker. Mine are the hands of a thief. What a funny little pair we are, don't you think? Of course, you can make in any weather. The winter's winds will howl again soon enough, and I will be forced to chase the sun. All the same, I simply can't stand the cold. Oh, I'm sure you could teach me how to bake. I'd only trust you to do it after all, but I simply can't. Well, didn't I just tell you? You make, and I take. If you taught me how to make, all I'd be doing is stealing the ability to make from you. Besides, there's a point, you know, when failure becomes a genuine possibility. When you're a child, you're not failing to do anything. You're just bad at it, but you're doing it to the best of your ability. That's not failure. When you grow old and withered, you know, like myself, where when you can't do something the best it can be done, it's seen as a failure. It's a wonder why us who grow old and withered try anything at all, really. Aren't we? Are we not? I don't know. I don't feel particularly young. I've never really felt that way. My mind has always felt so old in comparison. It's not supposed to storm in Eden, and yet here it pours. But let's not talk about that now. It's such a nice day. If I were the painting type, these are the kinds of colors I'd want in my palette. The sky's so pretty and blue I can barely look at it. And the reds of these strawberries, why, they make them all the more scrumptious. The greens, the yellows, all these flowers, it's just beautiful. I wish I could paint a picture of this day so we'd never forget it, but I'd probably end up chiding myself for not remembering it in all its vividness, you know? Can't compare to what I see. Usually it's the other way around. Lay down with me. Lay down with me in the grass. It's fine. It's fine. Take a deep breath in. That's some good old fresh air. The air always feels the freshest out here. That's why this part of the valley is my favorite. It always grows the prettiest flowers and the softest grass. When I'm out here, it makes me want to lie down forever. I'd love to, really, but there's just too much to miss out on around here to keep me from doing that. Who else is going to find the best rays of sunlight for the town's cats to sleep in? Who else is going to feed dewdrops to snails? Who else is going to find the sweetest raspberries from the bush along the brook? It's sad to say, but I have quite a few obligations to the community at large. They'd miss my presence so if I were ever to take an eternal slumber. I could do with that in the winter, though. Sleeping through the season, with my own little patch of summer, keeping me warm and toasty and happy. The snow may pile on, and the outside may freeze, but neither ice nor frost would reach me. I'd want to sleep here, for the glass I have laid in has already left a bed in my shape, so I may look upon yours and ache. Well, why wouldn't I ache? How could I not? It's only human to do so, you know. but it transcends humanity in its entirety. I am Persephone, and I suppose that would make you Hades. I may return to you under different circumstances, some that could be seen as far more favorable, but I leave every year and return the next. You know that I'll return, as much as you know that I must leave, and no matter how much it aches, you let me go. And no matter how much it aches, I go. This is a story of the gods, but is it not also the story of us? I suppose that's too much talk on an empty stomach, isn't it? Especially considering you brought such nice bread and cheese for us to enjoy. I brought the strawberries and blackberries. I shouldn't ruin it with such folly now, should I? Only you would listen to my wild musings. I'm just a poet that doesn't know the trade. You're the lover that repels all women. Twin ironies by which great saints are made. The agonizing pincer jaws of heaven. Sanctity is its name. Here, have a strawberry. I would have gotten you raspberries, but they're just simply not in season yet. Far too sour for the tongue by my mark. Tastes like a bee sting, you know? Well, then maybe you should have found yourself a girl a little bit less sweet. If you don't trust my estimates, despite my position in the community at large as the official raspberry taster, then maybe after our picnic we could stop by the creek. The water's cold and flows so sweet and free, you'd think it was cherry wine. It can grow turbulent, sure, but on such a nice day, with such nice company, why in the world would she mind? For now, let's enjoy our labors of love for what they are. What do you think? Is bread not your love language too?